Some days, it feels like your mind never clocks out, managing the future, managing people, managing what might go wrong. And even when life looks fine on the outside, inside you still can't fully rest. You check your phone one more time. You replay a conversation one more time. You plan tomorrow, like planning harder will keep you safe, and worry becomes your background music. Not loud enough to call an emergency, but constant enough to drain your life. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Tonight is a gentle Buddhist reflection on letting go, not to promise a perfect life, but to help you loosen the grip and breathe again. One gentle note: this is for education and reflection. It's not medical advice or therapy. If you're carrying heavy anxiety or trauma, professional support can be a real kindness to yourself. Now, let's begin. There's a strange kind of freedom that appears when you stop trying to control everything. Not because you stop caring, but because you stop gripping. In Buddhist language, suffering often grows when the mind tightens around what it wants to guarantee. Guarantee the outcome, guarantee the timing, guarantee that people won't disappoint you. But life doesn't sign contracts, so the mind keeps negotiating, and worry becomes a cage made of shadows. It traps you in a future that isn't here yet, and steals the calm that could be here right now. So here are a few gentle lessons, simple, practical, to step out of that cage. Lesson 1: Fear is a seed. Whatever you keep planting in the mind tends to grow. Fear isn't only an emotion, it becomes a lens. And when you look through fear long enough, even a safe day can start to feel dangerous. Think about it. If the mind becomes afraid of losing a job, it starts scanning. Every email feels urgent. Every meeting feels like a test. And then something subtle happens. You start to shrink. You hesitate. You second guess. You hold back. Not because you're weak, because fear narrows the mind. So when fear rises, a gentle question helps. Is this thought building peace? Or feeding panic? Not can I erase it? Just, is it helping? Because that question brings you back to choice. Lesson 2: Real strength can look like surrender. Modern life often teaches control equals safety. But Buddhist wisdom offers something quieter, sometimes. Strength is opening the hand. Picture holding water in your palm. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips away. But if your hand is open, the water can rest there. Surrender here doesn't mean giving up. It means I do what I can, and I stop interfering with what I can't force. And when you stop interfering, your energy returns. Your mind clears. You see options you couldn't see when you were anxious. Lesson 3: Anxiety belongs to tomorrow. Peace belongs to now. Anxiety is often a future movie. What might happen? What could go wrong? What you fear is coming, but none of that is happening right now. Right now, there is this breath, this moment, this quiet second where life is actually real. Mindfulness is the gentle act of returning to now, not as a performance, not as a personality, just returning again and again to what's true in this moment. And every time you return, you weaken anxiety's grip. So, if your mind is racing, just notice that. And then one small return: feel the air. Feel the body. Feel the breath moving in and out. Lesson 4: A thought appearing doesn't mean it deserves belief. The mind is creative, it's protective, but it can also be a storyteller that never stops writing. Worst-case conversations, imagined disasters, predictions that feel true because the body reacts to them. So here's a practice simple enough for everyday life. When worry rises, ask softly, is this actually happening? Or is it only a story? And if it's only a story, you don't have to live inside it. You can step back. You can breathe. You can return to the room you're actually in. Lesson 5: Control can block trust. The tighter the grip, the tighter the body. And underneath that grip is often a quiet fear. If I don't manage everything, everything will fall apart. But trust doesn't mean doing nothing. It means acting where you can, and releasing the obsession with what you can't. Like planting a seed. You place it in the soil, you water it, you protect it from harm. but you don't dig it up every morning to see if it grew overnight. Because growth has its own timing, and life does too. And this is where life starts to flow, not because you forced it, but because you created space. Now, here's the deeper truth beneath all of this. At the root of control, there is often fear of failure, fear of loss, fear of not being enough. And that fear can make life feel like a constant job, a job where you have to manage every detail to feel safe. But life doesn't ask you to be flawless. It asks you to be present, to care with clarity, to act where you truly can, and to release what you can't force. So let tonight be simple. You don't have to let go of everything. Just one small thing, one worry you've been carrying like a stone, one moment of checking again, one conversation you keep replaying, one future you're trying to force. And instead of tightening, try softening. Not forever, not perfectly. Just for this breath, take a slow breath with me. As you exhale, feel the shoulders drop, feel the jaw soften, feel the hand unclench, even if only a little. Because sometimes peace doesn't come from fixing the moment. Sometimes peace comes from stopping the inner fight. If you want a gentle place to practice this again and again, you're welcome to subscribe. No pressure, just a quiet place to return to. And if you feel like sharing, leave a comment. What's one area you're ready to loosen your grip on? Until we meet again, take one more breath and move gently with life instead of fighting the current.